At 11:15 a.m. on the 6th of January 25th, a man named David Morrow was sitting on the balcony of his apartment, enjoying the view of the Pacific Ocean. It was a normal day as usual. Meanwhile, about 5 miles from her apartment, she sees a fire with sparks raging on the hills of Pacific Palisades. Within just an hour, the fire spread so much that the smoke completely hid the mountain. Satellite images showed the fire was first reported in the Barice Hills, but within hours it had spread to the areas of Eatonhurst, Kenneth Getty, Skillball, and San Fernando. At the time when this fire broke out, arc winds were blowing at a distance of 100 kilometers, whose direction was from inland towards the ocean. Now the question arises that if the fire first started in the first shed, which is very close to the ocean, then how did the fire spread from there in the opposite direction of the wind? How was Nexo Video wearing 30 to 40 kilometers away once again? This fire has desolated a total of 38,000 acres, or 150 square kilometer area. More than 12,000 buildings and houses have been destroyed, and 180,000 people have left their homes. This is the most devastated Kun fire in history Los Angeles, which could not yet be completely extinguished during the production of this video. Every possible attempt to extinguish the fire seems to fail. Water bombers are throwing 45,000 liters of water at a time, which seem to be equal to a few drops in front of this fire. Special chemical is also being thrown with the help of water bombers, but all the hard nuis in front of Kudrat appears to be useless. California, where there is a shortage of water in advance due to which the fur hydrants were often lying empty. Firefighters and their equipment also got degraded because of the spread in different areas along, and the winds of the hour at 70 to 100 kilometers from above. When the fire fell on, these fires began to flare more. The real reason for the Los Angeles wild fur to spread is before they see how many times wildfires have attacked in California. California has been wildfire's hotspot if seen in the last 25 years of data. Cedar Fire attacked 273,000 acres in San Diego counties in year 2003. A fire that erupted from 25th October succumbed to the 4th November 2003. The Tubbs Fire in 2017 burned 36,000 acres, and it also started in the month of October. Again, the Thomas Fire in 2017 burned 280,000 acres. This fire started in December and ended in January. Itheth, November 2nd. Thousand Ithian was burnt 1.5 lakh acres by Camp Fir and ended on November 25th after 17 days. Similarly, in 2020, a glass fear attacked 67,000 acres and also started in September and finished all month later in October. If the dates of all these wildfires are noticed, one thing is very common in these winters, i.e., these wildfires are only engaged in winter months, and right now Los Angeles wildfires also took place in peak winters. So what is the reason why most wildfires in California's histories are just engaged in winters? The answer to this question is concealed in a phenomenon called Santa Ana winds. Yes, Santa Ana bends are hot and dry winds, which run during special autumn and winters in Southern California and Baja California. To be seen on Google Earth, California's east has just desert far away. Jesco Modai Desert, or even Great Lesson, says, the sun's tepesh heats the desert, which causes the air pressure here to rise. On the other hand, the ocean is spoken, the air here is cold, and the pressure is low. We had read in 6th grade that air is travel from pressure to low pressure. The more pressure the difference, the faster the air will travel, and something similar happens here. Santa Ana winds from southeast California rapidly rises to ocean. These frolic and hot winds moist all wherever they pass, because of which this whole reason in this season becomes happy. Shrubs and panes are absolutely dry, which become capable of catching fire with great ease. Santa Ana winds, where the whole Yaglad makes wildfires fuyel, even if there is ever a fire by mistake, strong winds provoke this fire more. Burning coal spreads rapidly and gets out of wildfire control in the blink of an eye. Now it should be that the wind is going in this direction. Wildfire should also spread in the same direction. But it's absolutely reversed was seen in the Los Angeles case. First of all, the fire was seen near the first Eseds, which is close to the location, and later these spread into the inland areas. To understand the real reason why this is so, we have to understand an interesting phenomenon called mountain wave rotor. That side of the mountain hits the directly wind on the Gs. He is called the windward side, and the other side of the mountain where the wind has to go is called the leeward side, is why when the windward side stops the air, during the same time, a vortex effect is born on the leeward side, and in this vortex the air keeps spinning round, i.e., the direction of the air above the mountain is on one side, then the direction of the air under the mountain runs on the other side. The Los Angeles case also has a huge role of this phenomenon. The first side where the first fire report took place is the leeward side, and here the mountain wave rotor led to generate in the air opposite direction, below the top of the mountain, which became the biggest reason for spreading the fire in inland areas. Once wildfire rises too much, then these give rise to a lot of strange phenomenon. Some such phenomenon Ginkgo product is also very difficult. One of these is fire tornado. These are a rare and dangerous phenomenon, which is formed during intense wildfires. It is like a tornado, but it has just fire and roaring inside it. The Nakabili Shurgarmesh that is produced from wildfire pulls the surrounding air quickly and upwards. Due to the heat, the hot air rises very fast upwards, and from the bottom, the cold air comes to fill that place. These updrafts perform a rotational motion cryot, pulling the surrounding dry bushes into the fire tornado to make the vortex even more panic nose. Now these fear tornadoes seem to be dominating the wind running in the area to create their own air inside them, whose direction is also very difficult to guess, but most of the chances are that these, along with the mountain, will increase the wildfire on the top of the wildfire. There is a reality, and these will be found more frequently in the years to come because of climate change. The US also has the latest technology to control wildfires. First of all, real-time data is taken from infrared camera to the temperature of wildfire and its spread. The size and location of the fire are monitored with the help of satellites. Nowadays, the direction of the spread of fire with the help of artificial intelligence is also pre-decided, and then all this information is delivered to the firefighter. The firefighter tries to spray chemical around where the fire is on so that the fire can't grow much. But firefighters in Los Angeles first controlled an area fire. The fire through the air spread to another place. The first recorded wildfire in the history of America occurred in the year 1871 near Michigan. In this wildfire, 12,000 acres were destroyed and 2,500 lives were lost. From the Pestigo fire of 1871 to today's Los Angeles wildfire, nature is pointing us that overcoming the fire is still impossible. But if we try to understand Kudrat and try to walk according to him instead of fighting climate change, probably the wildfires may have a relapse. Hope these videos of this also you guys will like and share a lot. You are extremely thankful to the loving comments of people. In the next great video,